Welcome to the Future of Real Estate, Tulsa's source for local real estate news and information. I'm Darryl Baskin of the Baskin Real Estate Specialists of McGraw Realtors, here with Jeff Sargent of ONB Residential Mortgage and Tracy Booth of Gleam, a makeover for your cabinets, featured properties. Kind of a serious story here. A spouse that has terminal cancer and the loan is in his name. What will his wife do? We'll give you some information on that, things you'll want to know. 66 cities in which it's better to buy, and 34 where it's better to rent. Where does Tulsa fall on the list? And home sellers are learning. I'll tell you some important lessons for home sellers later in the program. Well, a makeover for your cabinets. Tracy Booth of Gleam. I've got something real simple here that you wanted to comment on, and these are, I mean, this is just a plain old piece of wood, but door pulls and the differences they make on existing cabinetry.
It's amazing, Darryl, how many times we have come into a kitchen and they've had a bid to replace the cabinets, gut the kitchen, that type of thing, which is fine. If that's, you know, the direction, that's fine.
Especially if the cabinets aren't in good structural condition.
Right, exactly. But we've been able to come in many times and just change the handle or even clean up the handle and steel wool it, make it look like new again. And we've been able to fix a lot of them that way, of course, for a lot less money.
Well, this being a new brushed nickel look, you said that by sometimes, I mean, so much stuff builds up on handles that you'll take them off, clean them, and rebrush them, and they look brand new again. Yeah.
One of my guys a few years ago, the client was going to put on brand new knobs and that, and he said, well, let me just try one just for the fun of it. And he fixed up one of their old ones, and they liked it better than the new one, and of course saved him some money.
Well, there is kind of, there's a character, you know, you talk about that, but it's true, there's a character to certain things, as long as they're not beat up. If they show the character of age, then that can actually be a good thing at times. This gets down to the core of preparing a property for sale, is really why this is so important to us, because I remember I had a house one time that had one of these, I call it an ugly plate. I'm sure in the 1970s it was quite beautiful, but I took the plate off from behind the knob, and it brought the date of the house up 10 years. I mean, it still wasn't perfect, but knobs can be expensive. I just wasn't ready to spend the money to do that, so it looked good for a while.
Well, the other thing, too, is a lot of people don't even have a knob, and so that can be done. We can put on a knob.
Okay.
You can take knobs off, take plates off. Sometimes just shining the plate and cleaning the plate, I've had people go, oh, I love my knobs, but I don't know what to do with them. I got to replace them. And of course, the wood looks kind of drab, and so we fix up the knob and the wood.
Well, Gleam refinishing process also includes the dirty areas, because you'll see some discoloration, like this gummy look that develops around the edge of a knob. Explain that.
And what that is, the gumminess is where the grease has become one with the finish. So we want to get all of that off, and then we have to restore it. If you were to clean your cabinets and completely restore it, you end up with a damaged area in that area around the knob if you can't already see it. So people are afraid to clean them because all of a sudden it looks worse after you clean it.
Like a big bleach spot on your carpet.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to make that look like that, but then we're going to fix it.
You even do painted. Now, we've got some samples of some things, but you even do painted surfaces as far as changing the color of cabinets.
Yes. Yes, we're taking cabinets to any color that our clients would like to fit their decor. We plan it out ahead of time, find out what kind of countertops they're going to put in, what kind of flooring, if they're doing those things, and then fix it to the right color.
Talk about these samples here.
Well, first of all, right over here to my right over here, you see a lot of damage on the one side, the left-hand side of it, and there's areas on that have been water damaged. And a lot of people call me and they say, well, can you fix the water damage? And of course we can, as you can see the difference there. Then as you move to the center, we've got some water damage. We also have some grease damage as well. And so we clean that off. On the right-hand side is the damaged part and what has been restored on the left.
In front of kitchen sinks and in front of stoves or next to the sides or on the sides of them is where you probably see the worst damage.
Right. You have the water damage, and then you also have the sun damage that comes in, and sometimes it has either yellowed or just even the finish is just all cracked.
Pickled cabinets especially yellow a lot.
Yes, yes, and we get rid of the yellow.
Keep going.
Yeah. So then over here closest to me is a door. You can see a little lighter color wood. You can see the before and the after. Incidentally, I do want to mention this because some people say, well, does everything you do look shiny? And if you want it shiny, if you don't want it shiny, we can have a satin finish as well. So you have all the different sheens.
Different options.
Yeah.
Well, those are good things to know, and especially when we're talking to people about staging their home. And we go in and we say, do all of this stuff. This is what you need to do in order to have your house priced and conditioned properly. Yep. And the funny thing is, they do all this work that they really had always wanted to do while they lived there. Yep. And my encouragement to you, do the work, but start early and enjoy the house, enjoy the finished product, if you will, while you're living there. It's a lot more fun that way. Gleam Guard, well, wait a minute. I don't have your number written down here. What is your number?
455-4211.
455-4211, and you're also in Woodland Hills Mall.
Yes, yes, in between Fossil and Hollister on the catwalk.
And at a lot of home improvement shows. 455-4211, Gleam Guard. I'm Darryl Baskin. You're watching The Future of Real Estate, Tulsa's source for local real estate news and information. Featured Homes right after this.